My name's Fanny. This is my presentation on informative speech. Today I'll talk about why bees are essential to our food supply. Imagine yourself walking into a grocery store and you realize that all your usual foods you enjoy are all gone. All the apples, strawberries, almonds, carrots, and blueberries. This would definitely be shocking. Many of us don't realize about it, but a lot of the foods we eat exist because of one small insect, and that is the bee. I chose this topic because it fascinated me and made me realize how important bees are. I always assumed that bees are just scary insects who make honey and sting you if you get too close. But that's not true. I got to understand how they actually play a huge role in growing the food we eat every day. Today, I'm talking about the 3 most important things on why bees pollinate plants and why they are important and useful to our food supply, and what some things we can do to protect them. First is pollination. Pollination is the process of moving pollen from one flower to another. That includes fruits, vegetables, and seeds. Bees naturally pollinate when they collect nectar and pollen for food. When they fly from one flower to another, the pollen sticks to the tiny hairs on their bodies and gets transferred to the next flower they fly to. Like this flower. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, pollinators like bees are responsible for helping produce many of the crops that help food everyone around the world. If we didn't have pollination, then many plants would produce fruits and vegetables we depend on. Something that's amazing is that bees have no idea how much they're helping us. They just do this naturally because it helps them survive. Bees help farmers grow healthy crops and help our ecosystem stay balanced. Let's talk about why bees are important to our food supply. A lot of the food we eat every week depends on bee pollination. For example, apples, cherries, cucumbers, and avocados. There are even foods that many don't think about. For example, like coffee and chocolate. These foods also rely on pollinators during production. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, about 1/3 of the world's food population depends on pollinators like bees. This doesn't necessarily mean that 1/3 of our food would completely disappear, but the food that we eat would be a lot less healthier and more expensive. This is because a lot of the fruits, vegetables, and nuts would become harder to produce. Bees take a huge role in helping farmers grow crops that can help feed livestock, like for example, alfalfa. The foods we eat, like milk, cheese, and beef, are all affected by healthy bee populations. Their impact really goes far and beyond just fruits and vegetables. Finally, I would like to talk about the challenges bees are facing today. Bee populations have been declining over the last several years because of loss of habitat, pesticides, diseases, parasites, and climate change. As cities continue to grow, there are fewer wildflowers and natural habitats where bees can live and find food. The Environmental Protection Agency explains that pesticides can also harm bees when they're exposed to certain chemical changes while collecting nectar. Climate change is another problem because it changes when flowers bloom and makes it harder for bees to find food at the right time. The good news is that there are simple things we can do to help. We can plant flowers that help bees and provide them a safe source of food. Avoiding unnecessary pesticides can help protect the local pollinators. Also, buying honey can actually support people who work hard to maintain a healthy bee population. Even small actions can help make a difference when a lot of people come together and help. Now, to wrap everything up, today I hope you learned how bees pollinate plants and why they are so important for our food supply. Some of the biggest challenges we face as well. The next time you will eat an apple, enjoy a handful of blueberries, or see amazing beautiful flowers, remember that a tiny bee probably helped make that possible. Bees may be small and sometimes scary, but they have a huge impact on everyday lives, and protecting them means protecting our food and our future. Thank you so much.